Hello everybody, this is DigitsBB. Tonight we'll be playing another blind playthrough of a game that might fall into the Wholesome Stream Hours category on my channel. This game is called Far From Noise. It's another game that I'm playing from the itch.io bundle for racial justice and equality that I bought in June of last year. And I really don't know what to expect out of this game. It seems like people are commenting that it has a really moving story. And so I assume that, that could mean it's like a wholesome, feel-good kind of game, or it could mean it's tragic for all I know. I'm not really sure. But it appears to be a dialogue-based story game, and from what I understand just from reading spoiler-free descriptions, it also has multiple endings or multiple outcomes. So it could be the sort of game that we play on this channel more than once. I guess we'll find out, but yeah, this game does seem to be very well received from reviews I saw of it on the itch.io page. And I guess it might be one of the itch games that has kind of a bigger cult following, or at least like more widespread praise, because the itch bundle contains so many games, but it seems that just for the sake of bringing more attention to the bundle, they kind of put the more well-known games in like the first couple of pages in the games library. So for example, well-known games like Night in the Woods or Celeste were put at like the very front of the bundle. And I feel like this game was only a couple pages in or something. In the Google Doc I've been using to list games that I wanted to check out from the bundle, this was one of the games higher up on the list because it was one of the first ones that I came across. So yeah, I'm intrigued. The game looks from screenshots like it'll be really pretty to look at, and if it has a rich story, then I think it fits very much with what the games I try to showcase on this channel. So yeah, I was playing around with the options menu earlier under the sounds, but I haven't started any gameplay of this game yet, and so I really haven't gotten to hear any music or sound effects. So I figure turning the sound about like halfway-ish would be safe. But at any point that somebody's watching, and if the music of the game overpowers my voice to the point that you have problems hearing me, then let me know and I'll just pause the game and go into the options and turn the sound down a bit. So yeah, hopefully people do show up. I don't know if they will. I mean, I can experience this game alone, but sometimes it's nice if people are experiencing the adventure with me. But I'm sure people will come along once we start, so let's go ahead and hit the new game. I'm using my Xbox controller to play this, but I don't know if that'll be necessary. I don't know what kind of game this is or like how it controls. Hello? Whoa, that looks really dangerous. Honk honk. Hello? Oh, I have I didn't realize these were choices. So I have the option of honking my car horn, or just calling out hello a bit louder. I feel like honking the horn is kind of rude. So let's go with just the yelling first. Alright, is anyone there, or can anyone hear me? And they're at obviously different volumes. Let's keep calm and collected. Well, I say that, but judging by the position of the call right now, it doesn't seem like we're in a very calm situation, so maybe I should call out and see what happens there. Is anyone there? Alright, right, just breathe. What's the point? Well, let's calm down and take a deep breath, I guess. We're getting a lot of dialogue options with no response from the very beginning here. Deep breaths. In. Out. No sudden movements. Okay, so we're kind of stuck at the edge of a cliff here. It's a scary situation to be in. Everything will be alright. Things could be worse. I don't think the things could be worse angle is really a productive way of looking at things in general, so let's say everything will be aight, everything will be alright. Heh, it's just a cliff. I don't know what we're heh-hehing about, so let's see what that says. Heh. Huh. I really don't like it when the car shifts its weight forward like that. It's probably not even that steep anyway. Who am I kidding? So we're basically split between an optimistic if naive view and the cynical if realistic view. Probably not that steep anyway. Just a gentle incline, or deadly, definitely not deadly. You know, let's just keep being zen. Just keep being zen. Just a gentle incline. Nothing to be worried about. Nice and smooth. Oh, now we have 3 choices here. Okay. I'll drift down like the dainty feather I am. Like a slide. It'll be just like the log flume. Just treat it like it's all a daydream. I'll drift down like the dainty feather I am. And with that she sank into the darkness of the sea, dancing in the breeze. All I've got to do is not panic and think as a feather. Just don't panic. No panicking, panic free zone over here. Easy as that, or hum jovially. Easy as that. Keep, you know. Just talk to yourself. Keep talking to yourself. Don't panic. Don't panic. Now would be the great kind of situation to have a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? Sitting here like this, tilted over the edge of a cliff. But no, it's just become like one of these butterflies flying around, right? Breathe or oh god. Keep breathing. Are we preventing the story from moving forward or something by being so calm? Because it feels like this is just kind of on a loop. People have been in worse situations than this. And been totally fine and died. And been totally fine. Just gotta keep that positive mental attitude! Dude, I was just using that phrase earlier today. Dude, if only Grace were here, she would know. Positive mental attitude. Okay, this is good. It's good. I like where this game is going. Positive mental attitude. PMA. Positive mental attitude. This cliff is an obstacle my mind will overcome. It's a beautiful day and I can get through this. Well, if you're gonna have PMA as like a mantra, you don't necessarily want to be screaming it in your head like that. But this is some pretty nice scenery despite the angle that our character is probably seeing it from. It's a beautiful day and I can get through this. And right now, it's just me and you. Name the car. Or don't name the car. Let's name the car. Do I get to choose what to name it? Like type it? Oh. Oh. Laura, Carlos, or Mala. Wow, this is not the kind of choice I picture myself making in a game like this. It's kind of some responsibility for a Monday evening, isn't it? Carlos. We're in this together, Carlos. You beautiful rusty skeleton. Grace, Grace. Oh my God, dude, Grace. If only you joined like 2 minutes ago, I was so excited because you can see the dangerous situation we're in at the moment. Also, hi Cobra. Okay, so we're playing this game called Far From Noise. Oh God, I shouldn't have said the word fall. That's a bad omen. We're playing this game called Far From Noise, and all that's really happened so far is that our car, as you can see, is tilted over the edge of this cliff, and we're kind of stressing out about it. And our protagonist here is just kind of talking to himself, trying to keep himself calm in the situation. And just a moment ago, he name dropped the phrase positive mental attitude, and I was so excited because I was like, oh, I was just using that phrase this morning. I'm talking to Grace because she was having the PMA without realizing it. So yeah, anyway, that's what I was excited about. Let's keep playing the game. Also, I don't know if you just saw, because there could be stream delay, but I just named my car Carlos. So that's something that also happened like a minute before you joined. Is that we're just sitting here with our car named Carlos on this cliff. Alright, at least we have that. Alright, well from now on you guys are viewers and you can help me make these dialogue decisions. This game is dialogue based, and as you can see we have different things to say here. Like, I could get used to this, or it's not that bad. So I was actually kind of wondering myself a moment ago, like, I've been choosing all of the choices so far that are very like optimistic and calm, at peace of mind, and I'm kind of wondering if we're just kind of on a loop here, and like we're not going to be able to actually advance the story at all unless we say something that's more like cynical and pessimistic. From what I understand, this game does have multiple outcomes or multiple endings. So I'm not really sure how to go about progressing this. But I guess we can continue being optimistic for a bit now that you guys are here and you can help me make sense of what's happening. So let's say I can get used to this. Oh. Is that a nature friend right there? That may be well, we've seen some birds and butterflies, but this is our first fellow mammal that we've seen in this game so far. Just chilling in that tree. By the way, now that you guys are here, let me know if the sound effects or any music that plays in this game is too loud and you can't hear my voice very well, because I didn't play this game at all before starting the stream, and so I'm not sure how well the volume is going to balance. Anyway. Every day I'll wake up. Stretch my neck, crack my back. Stretch my neck, that's important, right? Inhale the salty sea air. Look at the sunrise. Listen to the birds. I like sunrises. Sunrises are nice. Oh, okay, well now music is playing. And we might get some insight into our protagonist here. Think about life, or think about love? Well, this seems pretty important. I mean, what kind of deets do we want to hear about here? We can get the scoop on this guy. Thinking about life or thinking about love? Hello, I'm here but lurking. Hi, Misery. I don't have a lurk command, but you've let me know that you'll be lurking, so that's good to know. Alright, chat. Life or love? What do we want to hear about here? Think about if pets have names for us that we'll never know. Unfortunately, that is not a third option on the list, but hi, Awkward Fingers. Thanks for joining. Alright, I'm not seeing a response in the chat here, so... I mean, my channel is Digits BB. And we could hear about, you know, this protagonist's history of digits. Oh! Never mind. Forget what I just said. Forget what I said, because Awkward Finger said life. That's the first actual vote they've gotten in the chat so far. So maybe we'll think about life, and not prolong the playthrough of this game any further, and just, you know, just... make a decision. Just make a decision. Think about life. Boom. Okay. I'll just live with the plants and the animals. I've got, like, most of a toothpaste tube. That's such a morning thought to have. Hiya, OG. Oh, yeah, I guess you're a Grace viewer, and Grace's viewers might know me as the OG, as she calls me. Well, you know, as much of a morning thought or a shower thought as toothpaste tubes are, I think living with plants and animals, that's pretty zen, right? That's pretty zen. Let's go with the zen choice. And you, Carlos. Oh man, dude, Carlos. So happy we have our car named Carlos. Oh, the sun is setting. Dude, how long have we been sitting here? We still haven't even gotten like an explanation as to how our car got here. Like what? Alright, I'll become a musician, I'll become a poet, I'll become a master of meditation. I was just talking about Zen and how Zen this moment seems. So, I mean, especially when you're sitting here in the front seat of a car at the edge of a cliff, like, you know, you don't really have the opportunity to practice musicianship. I mean, I guess you can, like, overthink things and be a poet, but when you're stuck here, all I can really do is follow the breath, right? Become a master of meditation. A mindful artist of the highest degree. A transcendent being of the utmost purity. Well, I guess being a mindful artist kind of synthesizes the options from the last thing, right? Of like a poet or musician and also a meditation master. Let's go with this one. I'll use my powers of enlightenment carefully and from this one sweet spot. But that'll be enough. And then I'll die. Dead and buried at the bottom of the sea. With nothing but a failed life and a wet car to leave behind. Alright, well I guess now we've kind of turned to the pessimistic side. There's no dialogue choices anymore. We're on the subject of death, no matter how many times we've tried to avoid it. Great. Alright, girl. It's time to take action. I didn't realize you were playing as a female this whole time. But now, I guess the gender of our protagonist has been established. That didn't come up before. Alright, good night, Cobra. Thanks for joining. However briefly, you got to meditate with us in this game for a short time. I rule my own destiny. Ocean. I gotta take a rain check on our rendezvous. Challenge authority. I rule my own destiny. Fight the power. I am my future queen. Oh, interesting. So here's another, like, thing we haven't seen in a while. Instead of dialogue choices, we have, I guess you could say, action choices. Try the ignition or try the radio. In the position we're in, is the ignition really going to do us any good? I think maybe you'll feel a bit less alone if you try to turn the radio on. Oh, that's.
Let them do the idiomaniacal hooting for men. It is the sound admirably suited to swarms and twilight woods which no day illustrate, suggesting a vast and undeveloped nature which men.
This does not seem very pleasant at all. Change the station. Ooh. Oh, that's more of a vibe. That's a vibe right there. Ooh, these are some jams, dude. See, now this isn't so bad, right? Alright, what else is playing? What else is playing?
West or southwest, 5 or 7, occasionally 4 later. Showers, thundery.
Oh, that's just a really unpleasant news station. Ugh. Oh, speaking of unpleasant, ugh. We are back where we started, aren't we? You know, I think the best tunes on this radio have come and gone already, so maybe it's about time we turn this off. Well, that was an adventure. Oh, I have to try the ignition now. Okay. Well, is that going to really help with anything? It's going to vibrate my controller very violently, but is that going to... oh. Yeah, I don't think that's made the situation any better, has it? Damn it. Don't do this to me now. I thought you were done breaking down, Carlos. Well, you know, let's animate this car of ours a little bit more. Let's refer to Carlos by his name. I can't afford to wait all night this time. This time? I guess, protagonist and Carlos here have a bit of a history, don't they? Oh, and we got the little, the car icon in the upper right, which means the game is auto-saving. Name percent. Is anything happening right now? Hello? Oh. Okay, the camera shifting, my controller is vibrating quite a lot. Which scares me a bit. Oh gosh. Is there actually a windstorm happening? That doesn't seem like a good thing to happen when our car is in this position. Come on, Carlos. Carlos, please, I'm begging you. Carlos. I guess I'll just wait. If I ignore the wind, it isn't happening. Just wait it out. Wait. Oh. Her not helping. My controller is kind of going crazy in my hands right now. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, this is even worse. Uh-oh. Wait, can we actually die in this game? Can we actually die in this game? No, 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 no. Crap. Can we die? Is that a thing that can happen? I don't know. I mean, if the games have multiple endings, are like we actually able to fail this somehow? Crap. I'm not in control of anything at all, am I? I think the wind is stopping. Oh gosh, like the tinkling of that controller vibration is like lingering on my hands now. That was quite the storm. Holy God. I'm still here. I'm just stuck here waiting for the next slap from nature, aren't I? Carlos, why do you choose now to break down? I don't think yelling at Carlos is going to do us any good. I mean, the last time we yelled at Carlos certainly wasn't helping with anything, so... Let's refer to nature, the capital N. Really dignify it. Speak to nature with Kegel. With honorifics. Autosave. Alright, Grace, quick save, real quick. Like, is that it? An engine failure. Passing breeze. It all stops. Everything just done. Over. I don't know, maybe this is fine. Maybe this is just how it ends. It's gonna end at some point, right? I'm just skipping the boring bit. Probably. Oh? Dude. It's a nature friend. It's the forest god. I don't know if that gas picks up on mic. Sweet jeez, let's look at the size of that thing. Alright, keep it cool. Keep it cool. It's a nature friend. It's like, you know, like the deer scene in Stand By Me. I mean, I've had actual like encounters with just chilling with deers before in the wilderness. They're pretty chill animals if you just kind of stay still and watch them. You've held it together this far, don't lose it now. I mean, it is just a deer. It's just gonna chill. It's not like it's gonna kick the car over. I mean, it could be a friend. See, I bet it's friendly. Like a doge. I'm 97% sure they don't eat humans. I like that. Let's go with that one. 96%. Okay, all the more reason to make friends. Don't make any sudden movements, Carlos. Oh, alright, let's make friends with this deer. Just chill with the deer. Just greetings, deer. I wish to make peace with you. Dear, how are you on this fine day? Ugh, get a grip. Can you hear me? Ahem. Well, oh, don't yell at it. Can you hear me? Nah, dude doesn't seem to care. This deer is zen. Spirit animal. I'll take that as a no. Unless he's ignoring me. He's biding his time before he antlers me into oblivion. Are you ignoring me? I'd ignore me if I were him. I mean, I don't know. Deers are kind of jumpy and afraid of things, but other than that, they're pretty chill. So they could just be ignoring things that don't make sudden movements. Serves me right for intruding, I guess. Oh. Deer's getting closer. It moved. Look at this. This deer is only like a handful of feet away. It's chilling. What are you looking at, deer? Just talk directly to it. See if that does anything. Do you see something? Or are you just being wistful? It's cool with me, or your mystery is killing me. It's cool with me. Zen %. Is it getting even closer? Remain calm. Oh, it's looking like right at us, isn't it? It's looking through the window of the car. What do you want? It's backing away now. I'm sorry for being here. It was an accident. Can you help me? What the? Did you guys see that? It said perhaps. Dude, this deer just spoke. Is it one of those kinds of games? Hopefully you guys saw that. Is that like the black bar at the bottom of the screen? Huh? Are you actually happening? There are none happiest in this world but those who enjoy freely a vast horizon. There is no way You're for real. Right, so you can hear me. By the way, I'll just say real quick that the deer's lines are actually not really in my control. Like, it automatically advances the text without me pressing the button for the deer. Right, so you can hear me. I can. Holy God. Well, my mind melted sooner than expected. This can't be real. It's lovely to meet you, Stag. Or we've named the deer as well. So I gotta call Grace. We have a deer friend. We have a deer friend, and it can talk to us. We have a deer friend, Grace. We're gonna name it Stag right now. We're gonna name it with you here. Wabbajack. The feeling reciprocates. We've met on a significant day, woodland boy. Significant how? I'm glad you asked. Today, I've decided to go insane. Is that so? It is so. And how did you decide? Decide what? To go insane. Firstly, I drove off a cliff. Secondly, I talked to a deer. Thusly, for these two reasons, I think that I have gone insane. I have two reasons. Firstly, yet to be written. Uncharted. The vast unknown of which I befriended an elk. And then die. Not an elk. Sorry. What were you saying about horizons? There are none happiest in this world, but those who enjoy freely a vast horizon. I don't think this qualifies for freedom or happiness. Your soul is free to follow the flow of the ocean's tide. Free, my car is bouncing off a cliff face. I've got a funny idea of free, my hooved friend. You are alive. For now. You have an ocean of possibility before you. You mean the ocean? The literal ocean? Well, you have both. But the feeling of looking deeply across an ocean there is no parallel. The pulse of the tide. The sigh of the breeze. Captivating elusive horizon. You have simply been gifted an anchored perspective. Fortunate, I would even say. Short burst of oceanic enlightenment then, maybe. I admire optimism. Dude, this deer has PMA. PMA. I really do. But it's too late for that. I've already checked out. You seem to still be clutching on to me. This isn't about life, it's about death. Only just. If you are alive, that is enough. That is all. Alive or expired. Well then, I'm in limbo. Is this how you envision limbo? To be honest, kind of yes. I've hitherto endeavored to avoid the thought, actually. I suppose in time all becomes clear. You really are an unrelenting fountain of encouragement. Thank you. Above all else, we have hope. What the heck am I supposed to be hopeful for now? Hope's gone. Way gone. Getting out of your current situation. Assuming that is your ambition. The talking to a deer situation? I mean, talking to a deer is alright. It's the hanging off a cliff situation that makes this kind of a situation to get out of. It is a situation with a conclusion. The conclusion is not out of your control. It's hopeless. Can I ask you something? Potentially. Am I actually balancing on the edge of a cliff? Am I hallucinating? That is not for me to say. Or know. Well, are you real? As far as I can tell. Perhaps you are a hallucination of mine. Who can say? So you're saying none of us could know if we were real. You are not helping, buddy boy. How could you know for certain? When all that you experience is filtered through the lens of your own perception. Well, it doesn't matter, does it? You may as well accept your own perception as real. Because you'll never perceive things any other way. So you were saying that reality is in the eye of the beholder? Well, if we're both not real, then neither of us know anyway. I'm lost. This is going too deep. I'm fragile as it is, dear. Do not think about the rocks below. Focus instead on the sky, the birds, the waves. Rocks? I mean, we weren't aware that there were rocks until our dear friend here brought this up. Worrying will not help you here. But what will? It's helping. Can you not see how soothed I am? Alright, remain calm. Remain calm. What will? Just keep talking to dear friend. First, take a moment. Close your eyes. Oh, the camera's zooming in. Inhale deeply. Count backwards from 5. At 0, exhale. Alright, so we've breathed a bit. I mean, I guess this whole time earlier they were trying to calm ourselves down. We never closed our eyes, did we? Okay, that did help. Wonderful. You can gain clarity and perspective when you slow your thoughts to a glacial pace. Now, what are you going to do? Just sit here or somehow drive back to safety? I mean, I don't know if Carlos can really help us with that potential solution. I don't think we can really drive out of here so much as we could hope to be saved by someone else. So, just sit here and talk to dear friend is all I can really see us doing right now. Sitting and waiting for something to happen to you. You will undoubtedly wait for quite some time. I've got time. You might not have all the time you think. I thought you were making me feel better. At times, a practical approach is most useful. Certainly not always, but perhaps now. In the words of official_Grace, much appreciated. I know that Grace doesn't come up with that phrase you got from Fable, but I only know that in the context of Grace saying it, so that's what we're gonna go with. Try reversing, or I've already tried the engine, there's no point. Well, I mean, if we're encouraged to be practical and we haven't tried every possible solution yet. Also, it's been a while since we had an option, an action option, rather than just dialogue, so let's see what that does. Alright, Carlos. Carlos. Come on. Come on, Carlos. Okay, bad idea. That did not sound quite like the correct noise. The radio started working. I thought this might happen. It was absolutely the incorrect noise. What is the problem? The engine is dead. So you're trapped in that contraption? Excuse you, Stag. This contraption has a name. It's named Carlos. I named it myself. The choices I had were Laura, Mala, and Carlos. So I went with Carlos. Carlos the car. Apologies, we were not introduced. Perhaps coasting so close to the coast isn't so wise. With a problematic engine such as yours. Perhaps, yes, thanks for the advice. Hindsight is 20/20, friend. It is the least I can do. It's a bit late for it, though, literally. You could get me a latte. Aside from that. A back rub. Not quite so pleasant as you envision. I do not have the tools required. Tools? Cloven hooves. Come on, to be perfect. Never mind. The question remains. This has happened before? Mm-hmm. And how did you fix it? By just leaving it overnight. So we have to do in this adventure then? Just wait it out? Or let's hope you make the whole night. Comforting. Perhaps you should explore other avenues of escape. Like what? Have you considered getting out? Well, no way, the car will disappear. I mean, now that we've really personified the car named it Carlos, I would feel kind of bad about using some escape method that sacrificed the car. But getting out has never really been discussed as an option. A viable option. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I don't know about stepping out. That seems like that might not go well. Easy for you to say you're on the right side of misfortune. You're not a world away. Never been much of a daredevil. I'm out while I'm in, I'm staying in. Gotta know I'm flipping a coin, or I guess it's worth a shot. Oh, man, alright, chat. It's been a while since I consulted chat on this. I'm just gonna pause for a moment here and, drink some water. How does chat feel about committing to staying inside the car, or flipping a coin, or attempting to step outside of the car? For all we know, like, the same outcome can end up happening no matter what we choose here, but what do the viewers think? Be spicy, okay. Be spicy. Spicy Monday evening stream. Be spicy. Alright, Grace, let's be spicy. Step out. In other words, Grace is telling me to get out! Oh, I don't like the way the controller's vibrating. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Nope. Like, my controller itself was like having a panic attack after we chose that option. Looks like we're here for the long run. Oh, perspective shift. Hello, dear friend. You look great at that angle. You know, graphically, this kind of reminds me of the Sacrifices series, those visual novels, the Night Fisherman and so on. These colorful characters without faces. Yeah, this is a pretty big cliff after all. Until now we haven't gotten to see just how tall this cliff is. But yeah, that does not look like it would be a pleasant fall. So, why were you wandering here? So you're out here all by yourself? Yeah, hey dear, do you have deer friends or deer family? Tell us about yourself, dear. All alone? I am solitary in form. No little antlered friends?
No.
Just you?
Just I.
Nobody else?
Nobody else.
Why? I mean,
Why not?
we can ask herself, this protagonist, the same question. Like, how did we end up in this situation? Well, do you not get lonely out here by yourself?
Is that not a question you should be asking yourself?
Exactly, I agree, dear.
You too sought solitude in these cliffs.
Not forever, though.
And for how long?
Just as long as it took.
Before what?
And I'll tell you maybe. Tell you later, maybe. I'm not really talking about it. Let's leave that possibility open for later. I'll tell you later, maybe. But anyway, I totally asked you.
If I am lonely? I am no more lonely than a single dandelion standing in a field, than a drop of rain falling from a cloud, than this world. A bead of blue melting in time.
All those things sound desperately lonely. Do you ever answer questions in a normal way?
The dandelion in the field does not feel lonely, for it is part of the field.
But it's all alone.
Alone and lonely are quite different.
Huh.
I seek this solitude like the sun seeks the horizon. My infatuation with the forms of the world compels me to it.
I guess I came out here for a piece of that too. Whatever that is.
I may have an idea what that is.
I'm listening.
On endless days, I find myself beside the sea, while ocean tides laze across the shore. The waves take hold of my soul. And the world drifts away to a daze. In these quiet moments, is not the sea a part of me and my soul is I of it? Our souls are as one. I have never been less alone.
Yeah, a piece of that. But in doses, right?
How do you mean?
Constantly being alone can't be the answer. Doesn't there need to be some interaction?
Interaction?
Yeah, you know, connection with people. As much as you can feel as one with the sunshine. You've got to be able to wallow in the rain with someone, right?
If you constantly surround yourself with others, your thoughts will become nothing but theirs. And you will never truly know the voice of your own heart.
Constantly, sure. But don't you need to hear the voice of other people's hearts too?
The heart will yearn for kindred souls to share in worldly things. At this time, from my heart, the kindred souls are found in the trunks of trees, in the white clouds, in the evening rain. But not all souls are tinged with the same hue.
Maybe my soul is more balance-oriented.
Balance is important.
I do see what you're saying. Out here, you can feel connected to anything. And feel like you belong in the world. I don't know if I'm capable of that.
There is still time to allow yourself to feel your roots in the earth.
Maybe you're right. This place might have some answers for me.
What did bring you here? Will you tell me now?
I guess it is later now. Alright then. So, background check. So we got a quick save real quick. In the background.
Yes?
I was studying.
The study of what?
Variety of subjects here. Quite different from the others. I mean, I guess just interjecting my own personal taste into this film would be the closest to what I've studied in my own background. So let's say film. I wanted to direct.
And there your heart lies?
I thought so. Well, I've just always loved the idea of it. Being an eyeball.
A prism.
It's so dreamy, capturing that little fragment of time. but just how I see it. However obscured or bizarre that is. It's a totally skewed way of showing your perspective of the world.
The ambition to capture the moment.
Yeah. Huh. So when I was a youngster, we would make these home videos. Me, my brother, and my dad. We had this weird towel room upstairs in our house. I was thinking the same thing. Don't ask why we had a room just for towels. Booge. Anyway, right at the back there was this heating box thing with two beady little red lights on it. They were, without question, demon eyes. Nightmare eyes. There's that Night in the Woods connection. It happens in every game that I play on this channel. It used to freak me and my brother out until my dad gave us this giant video camera. So at night we would creep up the stairs, videoing our escapade. And we got a raid from Fantasia VR. Hi Carl, hi Smeshburs, Alright, well the peace has been disturbed. We're playing this very contemplative game, and then we get raided. Hi Smesh crew, we're here chilling with the deer, just talking about life, as you do. This game's called Far From Noise. We're on the edge of a cliff. It was a very tense and stressful situation for a while, but we've made a friend, and we're just talking to our contemplative deer friend about life. And that's where we're at. My dad would pretend we were these muscle-bound demon hunters, and he was our #1 fan. We made these totally amazing films, so over the top and dumb, of us just descending the stairs. Up to the demon lair. I mean, if you have an entire room in your house just dedicated to destroying towels, then it's no surprise that your house would end up being haunted. It's just karma, right? When we get to the top, my dad would run in before us, screaming. And the towel demon would claim his life. Me and my brother would be all dramatic and charge in to avenge his death with an onslaught of hand towels. We'd all sit around and try to cut together this grandiose movie of our brave attack. It was the greatest. Basically, since then, those memories have stayed with me and I've loved making videos.
And so your heart is bound to capturing the moments of life.
I don't know, I thought so.
Not anymore.
Well, I was studying filmmaking.
Prior to now.
Yes, prior to now. I don't have a lurk command, Carl, but thank you for lurking. Until... Alright, speaking of Nightmare Eye connections, it seems that our character here did not complete college. I left university. Alright, Grace, you're wishing happy lurks. Grace, you're my Nightbot, right? You're my Nightbot for this stream. You're the one who wishes people happy lurking. Hello, meaningless loans. Abandon my prospects of a goal life.
What led you to leave?
I don't know, I just didn't feel like I could do it. Gonna go dorm now. Alright, good night, Carl. I hope you've learned some life lessons from what little you've seen of this game. Like, I'd waited for such a long time. And when it came, it was so overwhelming. It wasn't what I'd imagined. And I didn't feel like I could do it anymore. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'm not creative enough.
What if you never went? What difference would it make?
What else am I gonna do?
You would figure it out.
How?
Whatever you were meant to do would make itself clear.
Fall off this cliff?
Perhaps that is it. Why not make this meaningful?
I can't just decide to give things meaning.
Surely that is all you can do.
Then everything is meaningless.
It only means nothing if you deem it so.
So it all meant me dying in a car?
It all meant something. But for now, perhaps it means watching the sunset on the edge of a cliff. Why did you come here?
To see the waves and hope my life becomes clear. I thought if I looked out, I'd feel like everything matters.
And does it?
I don't know.
It does not always work that way. I find some of the most important realizations come not in the moment but after. In normality. When your mind wanders back to this place, then perhaps you will find clarity in clouded times.
Kind of just breezing through the dialogue, but there's definitely a lot to take in about what's being said. And there's definitely a metaphor for what the character is saying about wanting to, see what everything means and ultimately going too far with that or getting too close and finding yourself on the edge of the cliff, seeing far more than what you wanted. And our meditative deer here is saying that time and distance gives perspective. Gotta leave it to the memories, I guess.
Precisely. Life is not over.
I suppose. We still have each other, right?
That is enough.
That is enough as in shut up, or that is enough as in we complete each other?
That is enough.
You're difficult. But I like you.
And I you.
Wholesome stream hours. You're sweet.
Where were we?
Life or death? Well, I think really what's been talked about up to this point has been life.
Life.
Are you ready to bear witness to life's conclusion?
Who is to say it concludes?
You mean the afterlife?
A new beginning, perhaps.
It's the beginning of being dead. Which isn't much of a start.
It could be.
Who's to say?
Who indeed?
Are you like the angel of death or something?
What do you think?
I don't know what to think anymore. You're baffling, dear. You definitely are. You're baffling, dear. D-E-E-R and D-E-A-R.
Are you an angel?
Of course I am, girl. Look at me. In every sense of the word, no.
Why did you choose this place? Hidden away, lost in space.
We used to come out here when I was a kid. Okay, so this is a place that has memories attached to it. Alright, so a past tense or an answer that includes the present. I've always loved the cliffs. Back from lurking. Hi, Misery. A lot has happened since you initially lurked. We're having a conversation about life and death with a deer at the edge of a cliff. I'll count how many faces I could see in the rocks. Chiseled rock dudes. So many wrinkly old raisin heads. Mostly dog faces. Wabbajack. That's what you meant, Grace. WB stands for Wabbajack. Mostly dog faces. Little rock pups. We actually had to stop coming out this far for a while. Because I would get too sad that the puppies I could see were trapped forever. And I'd never rescue them. I think my dad was worried I was going to jump in after them. He was right to be afraid. I kinda just wanted to see if I could still spot them.
Memories can house great comforts.
Sure can.
Have you seen them?
I'm not sure I need to anymore. To be honest, circumstances aside, just being here is enough. Oh, dear, 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 what are you doing? You're not leaving, are you? You're just turning around. Is something over there? Oh, it's getting darker, isn't it? I feel like it's getting darker. Quick save, real quick. What is it?
A traveler approaches.
A traveler? What? Where?
It came from the rocks and the flowers.
Birthplace of all evil. I don't see anything. I mean, a traveler means that we have somebody else here, another human who could potentially help, but if another human shows up, does that mean the deer gets scared away? I don't see anything. Oh, that's the traveler. I didn't... Oh, okay. I thought he meant like a human. We have a turtle friend. Crap, is that a... Well, I don't want to say crap. I mean... Kind of excited to see a turtle friend right here, dude. Oh, I see it. Can the turtle talk with us too? Can't tell if it's a moving rock or a turtle.
I believe it is a tortoise.
Close enough. God, it makes me all shivery just looking at it. I like turtles. Soulless, scheming eyes, cowering in its shell of deceit. Nightmare eyes. Black, hollow. They are hiding something. Are these things like around us, like around here? Are these fireflies? I can't tell. It looks like they could be fireflies. All of them. I'm on to you, tortoise. Why are we so suspicious of the tortoise? I thought this would be a friend. But the protagonist doesn't seem to think so.
Why do you hate the tortoise?
I have my reasons.
It means no harm. Look at it.
You haven't seen them like I have. They're vicious.
Vicious.
Vicious. I was traumatized as a child, alright? Is that another story to tell as we wait through the night?
By a tortoise.
Turtle.
Different entirely.
You know what their mouth is called? Whatever, still vicious. What their mouth is called? What's that supposed to mean? A beak. When I was like 9, my brother's friend brought his fun new pet round to our house. A fun little baby turtle. How fun. Imagine my delighted anticipation. Until I see it. Snarling beak snapping open and closed like garden shears. So they force me to grab hold of its spiny husk. Its long snake neck wriggles out and twists round. And it bites me, there and then, right on the arm. I'm still scarred. And it was a baby. Imagine what it could do now. It would slice my arm clean off.
This little one does not look like it knows violence.
How can you say that? Look at it. They're masters of illusion. Cuteness is a veil. Oh, there's another little friend. It's a frog friend. Look at that. Frog friend. Frog friend! My thoughts exactly. Oh, hey, look. Frog friend. Oh, watch out, street frog the killers. Frog friend. It's a kaedu.
A secret meeting.
Be careful, Froggo. They're not to be trusted. Look at that friendship. Wholesome stream hours. Look at that friendship. Oh my god. It's a turtle taxi! Dude. A turtle taxi? A turtle taxi. That's amazing. I love that phrase. A turtle taxi. Oh my god, I love that so much. Oh, they're leaving. They're leaving. Turtle taxi. The turtle taxi is going away. Do you think they're dating? I'm crying. Wholesome stream hours. Turtle taxi. The world is a beautiful place sometimes. Hey, is it dark or is the shadow of death finally upon me? When did it become night?
It approached without a whisper.
Like a midnight spook.
Yes. A midnight ghosty.
Whoa, I just noticed the stars. I don't even remember the last time I saw this many.
You never see the stars?
Where I live, you're lucky if you see the moon.
That must be isolating.
Any more than choosing to live alone.
Alone? How could I be alone when I have the stars?
Nothing makes me feel lonelier. Look at all of them twinkling up there. In the ocean of space. And I'm down here. On a rock.
Ah, but the stars are here with us, you see. They share the night with us.
But why bother? Why should it mean anything? They're too far away to matter.
Distance is nothing. They are as much with us as I with you. Think, does anything offer the same tranquility? Nothing lulls the soul lost in reverie as the stars. Shards of glitter and glass suspended over us.
Yeah, they're beautiful, just isolating.
Try this. Focus your gaze on a single star.
Oh, oh man, you know what this is reminding me of? It's reminding me of To the Moon. Alright, look for the belly of that rabbit. Focus on that star. Oh, we're focusing on that glowing one in the middle. You can see it on the up there in the sky, the star that's sticking out. Alright, I found a bright one.
Meditate on this. In this fragment of time, what magnificent beings on the various planes of the universe are pondering this exact same star in this exact same moment.
How would I know? Oh, also the headlights on Carlos are turning on.
Would it make a difference?
Maybe. It's alright. I think I like feeling lonely anyway. And as lonely as they can feel, they are pretty beautiful.
Quite the night.
I'll give it that. We used to come out here and make up constellations when we were younger.
Constellations?
Yeah, you know, stories in the stars.
Stories in the stars?
Say, what? Okay, so there's a ton of real constellations. But they're kind of dated.
I see.
There's stories told in pictures dotted in the stars.
Ah, tales of adventurers and philosophers mapped out in the sky?
Exactly. Let's see if I can remember any of ours. Direct your eyes to Zoe, the acrobat. Oh? We found a constellation. Zoe? Zoe. Or is that Zoe or Zowie? I'm not sure. Maybe Zowie.
The acrobat.
The acrobat. Infamous for somersaulting straight through a bedroom window. Yes, thank you, Awkward Fingers. That's very helpful. Much appreciated. Belonging to a Moroccan prince and stealing his favorite with a U, cat in the black of night. The cat went on to become a world-famous cat acrobat.
And the prince?
The prince, he became so sad that he jumped out the same window 3 weeks later.
How sad.
The protagonist must be hungry. Do you want to provide some pizza for the protagonist? You want the protagonist to have pizza? That's life. On a dark night, you can just about see the cat cartwheeling next to Zowie.
Haunting.
Isn't it just?
What other tales are hovering above?
Let me think. There's the worm.
A worm?
Yeah, immortalized in the stars because it was the first worm.
The first worm.
Yeah, first worm. The foundation worm.
From where did this first worm descend? Or ascend?
It fell out of someone's ear.
An earworm.
Exactly. And so it traveled across the globe, singing its worm lullaby into the soil, and planting new worms in every continent.
What became of the first worm?
No one knows. Some say when the moon is waning as thin as a worm, if you press your ears to the soil, you can hear the lullaby of the first worm, softly humming through the ground.
At the next worm moon I shall listen.
As shall I.
What other legends linger in the stars?
Oh gosh, we have to come up with like every constellation? Good question. Oh, maybe not. I'm out of ideas. We only remember 2.
I see something.
What is it?
Enid.
Enid?
Enid.
Just Enid?
Should it be Enid the something?
Doesn't have to be.
Just Enid then.
Just Enid. Just Digits BB. Just Grace. Just Awkward Fingers. Cool. Who was she?
A great philosopher.
Of course she was.
She was an expert in silence.
Was she a monk?
Perhaps.
A silent monk philosopher.
It was by choice, her eternal silence.
But she could talk.
She could.
How could anyone tell?
It was obvious. In place of words, she chose thought. She considered concepts so grand. She fathomed abstractions so unfathomable. Ideas so spectacular and utterly groundbreaking. That one day she literally broke the ground and was swallowed by the resulting crevasse.
Dude.
It is customary to stay silent when observing the Enid formation, out of respect and admiration.
A moment of silence for Enid. You've definitely done this before.
I have spent a great many nights with the stars.
I don't blame you. Kind of off topic, but I'm kind of wondering how much longer this game is because it's getting fairly late. I feel like this game is generally said to be around an hour and a half to 2 hours, so I feel like we might be getting fairly close to the end here, but I'm not really sure. Is it cold out? Oh, bird friend. Whoa, did you see that?
I saw a shadow and a wing.
It was massive. What do you think it was?
A bird of the dark. I would say an owl.
An owl!
An owl.
Heavy breathing. They are feathered twilight angels, okay? Do you want to know a fun fact about owls?
Yes.
Ooh, this is like one of my favorite things about owls. My buddy Woodstock, my owl friend back in college. It was so fascinating watching him turn his neck. They can rotate their necks. Like all the way around. Well, nearly all the way around. The weird part is doing it cuts off the circulation to their brain. So they have this blood pool sitting in their heads to keep it all moist and juiced up. It's so bizarre. I love it. They're the best.
You know a great deal about owls.
Huh, yeah, I used to be an owl girl.
Owl girl?
At school I was a total owl weirdo. I used to have this owl backpack, so everyone called me Owl Girl.
There are worse titles.
I know, it was a cute backpack too. People asked me about it, and I was just like, owls are cool, okay? I wasn't really doing myself any favors, I guess.
Owls are fascinating and complex. I've lost many a night to intrigue following the moonlit escapades of an owl.
Yes, 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 yes. High five. We can't really high five from here, can we? Well, never mind. Mental high five. High hoof. Man, I wish you were around when I was in school. Wholesome. Kids would be like, hey, owl girl. And he could just hoof him in the face.
If you like.
Excellent, I can see it now. Heh, heh, hoof. Oh, there's our bird friend again. Wonder if that was the same bird friend. Hey, that was it again. I got a pretty decent look at it this time. It is massive. I think it's a great horned owl.
How do you know?
I saw its horns. They're feathery ear tufts. Ah, do you think it's hunting us?
It is most likely attempting to make sense of this picture. I would imagine it to be an odd one from above.
It's an odd one from down here. Man, it could definitely just slap me off this cliff with one wing. Please don't, blessed owl. I had a backpack for you.
An ironic fate for an owl girl.
Check you out with the jokes. Smooth. People imagine owls to be these stern, intense loner birds. In reality, owls are probably pretty chill. It's not their fault they've got exorcist necks.
An owl's business is that of mystery.
Friend, dude! Wait, oh no, oh gosh, my controller was vibrating for a second there. Crap, is it on the car? This is wholesome at the same time. That was really scary. I can hear its feet.
It has landed on you.
Oh my god, what's it doing? You know, you know, it'd be really unwholesome right now is if the owl landed in this car just to poop.
Is something surveying the area.
Sorry, I was busy making a poop joke. I didn't get to read everything the deer said just now. Why did it have to land on me? If this was any other situation, this is literally my fantasy.
It means no harm. It surveys.
It's gonna survey my death if it makes any drastic movements.
Just sit tight and wait. It will leave.
Oh, I'm not gonna honk the horn at the owl. I'm just gonna sit here and wait. I mean, with all that's been happening since the sunset, like, we've really made peace with the situation and just kind of appreciate all the little things about the environment we're in, which is seems to be the point of this game. All right, owl friend has decided it's time to head out. I mean, they could mean the sun is rising soon, right? If the owl decided to leave. Breathe. The owl leaving didn't do any controller vibrations, so that seemed like a pretty safe getaway from the owl. I can't breathe. That was kind of amazing and kind of terrifying.
In my experience, the greatest emotions are felt in moments of fear and awe.
I would probably agree with you there. Although I could do without anything else sitting on the car tonight.
Tonight, anything could happen.
Seems like it, buddy. I don't know anymore, dear. Do you?
Do I what?
Do you know?
Do I know what?
I don't know.
Then neither do I.
I'm trying to stay positive. I really am. But I can't help feeling like the universe doesn't want me here.
If it did not, do you think you would be?
Maybe it has nothing to do with anything. Maybe it's all random and nothing cares. I don't even know if that's worse. I guess at least then it's not intentional punishment. It's just bad luck. What is it?
Wait.
Oh gosh, it's raining. And that's like windy rain. You've got to be kidding me. I don't think rain is a really good thing to have when your car is hanging off the edge of a cliff. Alright, everything I said before about things being bad, they were fine. Now they're bad.
The beauty is just getting started.
What?
What is more beautiful than this?
Literally anything else?
But is anything more mesmerizing than the transformation brought by the rain?
Puppies. Anything.
Life would be nothing without beauty.
Well, we're not going to be alive to see it.
You worry about death while life ignites around you. This is the fire of beauty that rages from the earth. Oh shit.
That really shook the controller.
Serenity lay in wait to be ripped apart for the wildest form. Torrents of exhilaration pour from the sky. Quakes shake the ocean to cry out. Blistering crescendo from every form of life. All are thrust from rest to revel in violent beauty. Nothing sleeps when nature takes its fiercest dance.
I feel like I should be terrified, but I'm not. Grace, I think your bloody hell comment from like 5 minutes ago definitely still applies here. I don't know what to feel. Bloody hell times 2. Oh. It stopped. As with everything else that's happened so far, it eventually stops and we're intact at the end. Alright, well now that we've gone through the thunderstorm, I actually need to go get a drink of water real quick. I've been playing for quite a while without water, so I will be back in just a moment. Everyone enjoy the scenery in the meantime. Alright, I'm back, and I guess night turned to daytime while I was gone, which surprised me when I came back. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Well, I have seen storms. There are never two quite the same.
I feel like I can still feel it shaking the ground. We're still here. Christ, now the sun's coming up. Well, it's already come up since I was gone for the entire animation, I guess.
Thus lifts the veil of night.
I can't believe we've been here the entire night. You and I are invincible. Honestly, I don't even feel like the same person. I came out here so worried about what I'm supposed to do. Honey Boy shows up. Wow, I think... Hi, Honey Boy. We're playing a game and we're actually, we seem to be at the end of it, just about, so... Spoiler warning, but... This game is called... It's called Far From Noise, and it's a very meditative game. I think it's kind of in the same vein as A Short Hike, at least with all this nature and, like, deep thoughts happening. But it all seems so inconsequential now. It's also pointless. Which is actually relief. The waves will keep on crashing after I'm gone. The grass will still be blowing. Even if I never came back. If I never came here in the first place. That consistency is so grounding. Like, it doesn't matter what I do in the future. It really doesn't make a difference. Yes, the ocean is beautiful. Maybe I'll be buried in it tomorrow, but it's pretty okay now. It's nice to just have that right now. I know this cliff will still be here even if I left. Just being here, away from everything else. Even remembering that it's here. It's like soaking up a sponge with the horizon and the clouds and everything. And then just taking it away. Leaving. Knowing that it all carries on. where are you going? Dear friend, oh no, is the dear friend gonna leave? Dear. Goodbye, stag. It's just us, Carlos. I'm not crying, you're crying. Want to give it another shot? Carlos's headlights are still on. Start engine. We left it overnight. We did. That's what the character said this whole time. That leaving the engine off overnight has always worked. All right, what's going to become of Carlos now? Do we get to find out? Do we even get to see? We don't get to know, do we? It's not going to show us. It's just going to leave us there, isn't it? Oh. Oh. Oh my god. We don't get to know, do we? We don't get to know which way the car went. Wow. Oh man, oh wow, that's a weird thing to think about. The car's gone, but I mean, we don't know if it went forward or backward. Wow. And there's the credits, so... Okay. So everybody, this game is called Far From Noise. This was my first time playing and experiencing this game. I appreciate all the viewers who joined me to experience this along the way. Wow, this is really, really different. I mean, yeah, like all I really knew of this game going into was that there was like a deer that you talk to, and that it was about like just kind of experiencing nature, and seemed to have kind of like a... People seemed emotionally moved by the game, so I knew it'd have some kind of like revelation or like philosophical outlook on something. The game feels very Buddhist, about like living in the present and showing like gratitude and kindness and compassion for the things around you. Breathing through the moment without thinking about it too hard. But yeah, this is really, really interesting. I mean, I don't know, I mentioned games like A Short Hike that I thought of as I was playing it, but one other thing that came to mind is, I don't know if anybody listening right now has read the book Life of Pi or read or watched the movie, but it's like this story about... I read it back in like high school, like 10 years ago at this point, so it's a little bit hard to remember, but it's about a boy who's in a shipwreck with a bunch of zoo animals, and he ends up on a lifeboat with like a really huge, powerful tiger and a couple other animals, and he's just like kind of chilling with this tiger, just trying to like figure out how to survive and what to do. But really, the tone of that book is a lot different from this story. This one was a lot more... I mean, I guess there is a sense of urgency to this story, but then after a while, like with the sunset and everything that happens in the night, like it becomes very calm, and like at a certain point you're not even thinking about the impending danger and the impending doom like you were at the start of the story. After a while you're just, looking at all the nature, watching the animals interacting around you, talking with the deer, looking at stars, appreciating the weather. And the whole thing just becomes less about what's actually like happening to you immediately in the moment, and just how instead it focuses on how you're perceiving everything around you. And as you spend more time in the same environment, you like start to notice the things that change and the things that stand out to you when you look at everything with a different perspective. But yeah, this was really interesting. It's like, it's Zen stream hours, but it's also wholesome stream hours, and there are some wholesome moments here and there, and I think this game can safely be filed away in the wholesome stream hours collection on my channel. Speaking of my channel, thank you for everybody who has watched this far. My channel is twitch.tv/digitsbb. If you're not currently following my channel, feel free to do so that you can watch it next time I go live. You should also follow official_Grace, who has stuck with me throughout pretty much this entire journey. And when I say she stuck with me through the whole journey, I mean both this stream tonight and also the entirety of my streams from the very beginning. So shoutouts to official_Grace. I mean, you can't abbreviate official Grace without saying OG. You should also follow BlazerGamer112. That's for our friend Nick, who did not join us today, but he joins us pretty frequently, and he also does his own streams on his channel, where he plays a pretty wide variety of games. You can also follow Fantayoshi VR, who rated us during this stream. And yeah, so today was my first stream in like a couple days now, like over a week. But I do have some plans for the near future going forward. So it's going to be a while before I can do what I would call like my daytime stream hours, in which I'm able to have like people in a call with me and have like more friends actively participating throughout the streams. It'll be a while before I can do those again because of my work schedule, but when I do have the chance to arrange some daytime streams, I'll continue to focus on maybe some Night in the Woods, but probably more importantly right now are continuing the To the Moon series and finishing the co-op playthrough of Pitfall Planet with Grace. So those will happen when they happen. As for evening streams, in which I can play with a little bit more flexibility, but with a focus on different games. One thing I'm hoping to start this week is I want to do some more like live translation practice with video games, and it's been really fun to do that with To the Moon. But because I need to include some of my friends with the wait, did I say To the Moon? Sorry, I meant Night in the Woods. It's been fun to translate Night in the Woods, but the thing about doing that during the daytime is that I can't do it very often, and I'm kind of just feeling more of an urge to do more game translating, and also a way to engage more actively with my Japanese translation work that I'm doing. So this week I want to start doing a playthrough of the Japanese translation of A Short Hike, because that's a great game. The dialogue in it is very sweet, and the game is also very short, so it's the sort of game that I can play and translate and be done with it in like 1 or 2 sittings and not have it be a super long project that takes forever to finish. So I'd like to do that. And then, of course, during the evening, I'll also be doing some retro games, some indie games, kind of just whatever I feel like doing at the time on a given evening. So yeah, I've said enough. It's getting fairly late in my time zone. We've been observing this cliffside for a while. I think it's about time we call it a night. So thank you for watching. Far From Noise. This game will be, dude, like, I'm going to be thinking about this for a while. I'm just going to go to sleep with this game in mind tonight, wake up thinking about it tomorrow morning. This is... When I get really into a game like this and I'm like really intrigued by it, I always find it interesting to like look around online and see what people are saying about that about the game, and that's probably what I'll do with this right after the stream is over, is just see what people have said about this game online and how they've interpreted it, because this was really, really thought-provoking, and I like to dive into it some more. And because there are different dialogue choices, you know, maybe I could revisit it sometime in the future. I mean, it is a fairly long game, and so I don't plan on playing this again too soon, because the dialogue and the outcome will probably be largely the same, and I don't want to overdo it. But yeah, thank everybody for watching. I'll see everybody very soon with more games. I hope everybody had some kind of a interesting, thought-provoking takeaway from this experience. And yeah, we'll see everyone next time.